Hello, Kenneth Wong, contributing editor for Desktop Engineering magazine here. People have been talking about reusing 3D data for something other than engineering and production for quite some time now. Technical document publication is one of those areas, and some CAD software makers are getting into this business. The idea is, with interactive digital content, you can deliver online technical menus that are much more explicit and instructive than the older paper counterparts. Let's have a look at one package, Autodesk Inventor Publisher 2011. Now, being closely associated with Autodesk Inventor 3D design software, this comes with one clear advantage. Suppose you produce a technical publication using an assembly created in Inventor. Then you go make a change in your original file. All you have to do in Inventor Publisher is hit the Update button. This automatically populates your snapshots and sequences with the new parts geometry. In the latest release, Publisher supports Autodesk Vault too, so your part and assembly relationships can be managed there as well. But you really don't need Vault to maintain connection between your Inventor file and Publisher projects. The new release of Inventor Publisher has a lot more preset visual styles than before, so here are just a few I can show you. The most common use of Inventor Publisher would be to import a 3D design file. This one happens to be an Inventor assembly file, and to create a manual or a step-by-step instruction sequence. You do this by adding callouts, tags, and arrows to illustrate your points. These arrows are in 3D space, so when you rotate your model, the arrow remains in place but shift perspective accordingly. It's incredibly easy to, for example, change the color of a certain part, in case you want to emphasize something or you feel the original color just doesn't show up very well. You can also apply a style on an individual part to make it stand out from the rest of the sequence. If you'd like to see the part list as you work, you can also get that with a single click. Generally, to create a sequence, you'll be adding a series of snapshots. By creating specific actions for each snapshot, you are essentially developing a storyboard for your animation sequence. And when you feel that you've got the entire sequence ready, you can test it out by playing it in the program window. If the sequence playback looks right, you can choose your export options, for example as an AVI video file. Now, remember to hit this button to get the configuring settings so that you can determine the height and the width of your video clip. If you like, you can also export the sequence for mobile devices like iPod Touch or iPhone. Publisher's mobile format is viewable only in Inventor Publisher Viewer, a free app from Autodesk. You can either publish a sequence to your personal folder on Autodesk server, or you can click the Share option, which gets you a clickable link in your email. That is, a link that is clickable if you have Inventor Publisher Viewer installed on that mobile device. You can of course forward that to your intended recipient. Now, in my view, a more straightforward option for mobile device sharing would be to include an MPEG-4 publishing option with preset dimensions that match typical iPod and iPhone screens, or allowing Publisher to generate a URL that points to a common video file accessible from a mobile browser like Safari. AVI is not compatible with Apple mobile devices, so you'll have to convert it to MPEG-4 somehow. As an alternative, you can also export your sequence as PDF, Microsoft Word, or vector art. Inventor Publisher is one of the easiest programs for creating technical manuals using CAD data. Easiest among those I've seen, that is. Initial mobile support looks very promising. It points to the right direction. And if you'd like to stay ahead of the technology trend, be among the first to offer interactive 3D manuals for your products and your customer, this is a great package. Until next time, Kenneth Wong for Desktop Engineering Magazine, reporting from a Wi-Fi enabled iPod Touch.